Video to explain this question. Explain why Republicans changed their strategy after 1981. Now, the key to this question is the Sinn Féin Ardèche in 1981. At the Sinn Féin Ardèche in 1981, these two guys, Gerry Adams and Danny Morrison, announced a new way forward for this party called Sinn Féin. Now, Sinn Féin had existed for a long time, but it hadn't been standing for elections. And it was decided at the Sinn Féin Ardèche in 1981 that Sinn Féin would stand for elections and that the Republicans should adopt a new policy of ballot box and Armalite. This is the new strategy, ballot box and Armalite. What does that mean? It means that in order to achieve a united Ireland, Republicans should use both elections and obviously the Armalite. The Armalite is a weapon. This is the Armalite here in this cartoon. And the result of that was Sinn Féin starts to stand for elections. And in 1983, a very significant election happens in West Belfast, where Gerry Adams is elected MP for West Belfast, and he defeats Gerry Fitt. You remember Gerry Fitt, who was a member of the SDLP. So you start to see nationalists shifting towards Sinn Féin, and support for the SDLP starting to decline. So that is the change in strategy. But what we need to explain now is, well, why did Republicans change their strategy from one of just bombing and shooting to ones of bombing and shooting plus standing for elections? Well, the key reason why Republicans changed their strategy is because of the election success during the hunger strikes of Bobby Sands. Bobby Sands won 30,000 votes during that hunger strike, and I mean, this was incredibly significant. That 30,000 people would vote for Bobby Sands, and made Republicans think that they could use elections as a propaganda tool, as a way of showing the British government how much support they had within the community. And indeed, the hunger strikes led to an increased sympathy for Republicans. Okay, and Sinn Féin believed that they could tap into that they could use that support to help them win elections. All right. One other reason that you could mention why Republicans shifted their strategy is that the IRA were finding it more difficult to operate. They were infiltrated by the MI5, and the troubles had been going on for this stage for more than 10 years. And it seemed that a quick victory was not going to happen. If you might remember, we said that in 1972, the IRA said that that would be the year of victory when they would win. Well, this is now 1981, and it doesn't look like this war between the IRA and the British government is going to end anytime soon. So they need a strategy, a long-term view, another way of fighting this war, and they believe that they could fight this war through the ballot box as well as through Armalites. So there's a wee closer look at that cartoon, and you can see that's a picture of Gerry Adams, and it says vote Sinn Féin, but the cartoonist has got the word IRA there written and scored it out. Okay, so the cartoonist is making a claim that Sinn Féin and the IRA are basically the same thing. Okay, he's got a ballot box in one hand and an Armalite in the other. And I've just put this in just to get you think, how useful is this type of thing to an historian in terms of trying to work out what happened in the past, and how reliable is it? And it's very obvious this cartoon has got a view about Sinn Féin. It views Sinn Féin as the same thing as the IRA. Okay, so you could get a how useful or how reliable question based on a cartoon in this exam. So just to get your mind thinking about these types of things. All right, guys, that's it.